in Sheridan. Get your tickets now for the 110th Wyoming State Fair and Rodeo. The Ford Grandstand Arena hosts a variety of exciting events, including the State PRCA Rodeo and Steer Roping August 17th and 18th. Morgan Evans on the 19th. Stroll the Midway Entertainment and cap the week with the Demolition Derby August 20th. Recognize the hard work of Wyoming's youth and the finest show animals in the state. See the full event lineup and get your tickets today at wystatefair.com.
Hello, this is Nick Siddle. I have been proud and privileged to serve the past 4 years as County Commissioner while continuing my other community service activities. My initial pledge was to use common sense and good judgment in helping guide Sheridan County, and I have kept that promise. We have worked hard to maintain a balanced county budget while continuing to provide the resources necessary to serve the customers both at the courthouse and in our rural areas and communities. It would be my honor to serve as your commissioner for 4 more years. I would appreciate your vote on August 16th.
Paid for by Nick Siddle.
Hi, this is Ella Hiller with the Goose Creek Livestock 4-H Club. We invite you to the Sheridan County Fairgrounds for the Sheridan County Youth Livestock Sale and Reception on August 8th. Reception begins at 5 p.m. in the exhibit hall with the sale starting at 6 in the sale pavilion. Processing dates have been reserved for your purchase of locally sourced product for your family. 2 weekends of fun with the Sheridan County Fair followed by the Sheridan County Rodeo.
Remember that kid that kept falling down the well and had to be constantly rescued by their collie dog? Well, if that family had just called 307 Wildcat Well Service, that old well would be a pipe and a pump. 307 Wildcat Well Service is a local company that specializes in locating water, drilling and pumps, residential or ranch, repair or service. So for water wells and all that goes with them, just Google 307 Wildcat Well Service and you too will have cool, clean water. Water.
Mossholder's showroom and warehouse is overstocked with living room upholstery. So right now, every sofa, love seat, and accent chair is on sale. Mossholders is discounting all reclining furniture too. Choose a sofa with power headrest and USB chargers, or find that perfect fitting recliner. With over 90 American-made sofas in stock, Mossholders is ready to help update your TV room, family room, or formal sitting room. Receive even larger discounts on all sectionals and every piece of leather furniture. Mossholders living room upholstery sale is going on now. Mossholders, furniture is our passion.
Good morning and welcome back to the Jackson Electric Open Lines. I'm Floyd Whiting and I'm here with my friends Aaron Palmer, Trevor Jackson. And Trevor's had a busy week. I heard you calling games yesterday, my friend. You sounded great, by the way. You did. I love listening to Trevor call games. He knows his stuff, but it's not...
Does he do that?
He does. Oh, he's one of the best in the country. What are you talking about?
I'm kidding. Of course I know he does that.
You cued the music so you can go.
Right. Time for you to go.
And play him out. All right, we've got Longmire Days coming up, folks. So we all know that the Sheridan County Fair started today. The Johnson County Fair starts today as well. We got fairs going on. There's going to be a lot of animals out there, a lot of kids out there with their 4-H projects. This is the time to go out and help show these kids how much we actually appreciate all the hard work that they put into this every single year. This is the future of one of our biggest and most proud traditional industries here within Sheridan and Johnson counties. So make sure you get out there, make sure that you show these kids a lot of love. And, when it comes to the stock sales, at the end of these things, I'm always so blown away by the absolute generosity of this county, of Johnson County. I mean, these folks really step up, man.
I got a story about that. I have a friend that lives in Buffalo, Johnson County. This was quite a few years ago. We played music together a million years ago. And I think we were playing the night of, or right around the time that they had the livestock sale in Johnson County. And he ended up buying a chicken for $600.
Oh, good for him. That's $600.
Yep.
I'd take that thing home. I wouldn't eat
it. He was kind of like, I don't know how it got to $600, but anyway, it was a big joke and it was kind of funny. I don't know what he did with that chicken. I think he took it home and let it. I don't know what he did with it, but
yeah,
it was just when you started to say that, that's the first thing that popped into my mind.
The $600 chicken.
So Victor, if you're out there, kudos to you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for buying a $600 chicken.
And that kid
friend.
was like just on cloud nine.
Oh yeah. I got $600 for my chicken. That's pretty dang good. All right, we got a caller. Go ahead. You're on the Jackson Electric open lines.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. Hey, this is mostly a question for Trevor about the baseball tournament this week. Thank you for an outstanding job. I wasn't able to attend, so I did listen to it.
Thank you.
You bet. But anyway, my question is, when did they start, or just playing 7-inning games? What's going on there? I thought they were 9.
It's a national rule. Started a few years ago. That came down from the national.
Okay.
That all the games went to 7 innings, and they play at the regional tournament and at the World Series. It's the same thing, 7 innings, and it was all because of basically pitching rules.
Oh.
Looking out for the players, making sure they're staying safe that way, and that was the rule. I think that was the meaning behind it. So that's American Legion baseball all over the country.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure, and I thought you'd be the man to answer that, and I appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you.
You bet.
7-inning games.
I thought the same thing the other morning. I heard your report, Trevor, and talk about 7 innings, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute. Why isn't it 9 innings?
Isn't it 9?
Yeah. But interesting.
Used to be.
Thanks for the question.
And so, that just protects our players getting fatigued.
It's not like a major league team where you've got 30 pitchers on the roster.
Getting paid $15 million to be out there.
Protecting the kids. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does. All right, so we've talked about the fair. Let's talk a little bit about Longmire Days.
Yeah, you asked me about this. You asked me earlier, hey, how long do you think
Longmire is going to go?
And it's crazy. People keep showing up for this, and they keep asking about it. And so the short answer is, as long as the people are going to come, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
So that being said, there's fewer actors this year that could show up, but the big one, which is the one that everybody wants to meet, is Robert Taylor, who played Sheriff Longmire.
Everyone wants to see Walt.
He's there, and then Adam Bartley, I think is his name, who plays the Ferg. He's going to be there, and then of course Craig is there every year. Craig Johnson, the author, and so
the real Walt Longmire.
Real Longmire,
Walt, yeah,
right. So. The short answer is I've talked to the people at the foundation, and as long as people are going to be here, they're going to do it. So I think as long as there are actors here for people to see, they'll show up. Now, are they going to show up in the tens of thousands? Well, I shouldn't say the thousands, I guess, that did in the past. Probably not. But there are still people around the world that want to come in and see Durant, Buffalo, Absaroka County, Johnson County, and they still want to come in and be a part of that. And they still have the Longmire store downtown in Buffalo that does business year-round. Yeah. It's not just open during the few days during Longmire. So people come in. My aunt from Houston came up, and her friend was a Longmire nut. And they spent, I don't know how long in the store downtown, and found out that they had missed it by a month and were disappointed, but they still had the opportunity to go and see some of the places like the Busy Bee and blah, blah, blah. And that's what people are interested in. And then once they get here, they realize her friend, my aunt's friend, didn't realize that the Occidental was as historic as it was. And when she found that out, they had to go do that tour. They went to the museum. They did this. They did that. So there are a lot of draws in Sheridan and Buffalo in this area for those Longmire people.
Yeah, yeah. Because they're not just staying over there.
No.
In Buffalo. They're coming over here, too.
Right. And they'll go see things like the Heads and the Tower, and they'll go see Custer Battlefield and Connor Battlefield and, whatever else, Wagon Box.
It really brings people into the whole region, doesn't it?
And even if you're not going to see 10,000 people, if you see a couple of thousand people, that's money that this area wouldn't see anyway. So short answer, that's the long answer to the short answer, is as long as people are going to be here, I think they're going to put this on. So,
and I imagine Katie Sackhoff probably would have showed up. She's been great about coming up to this thing every year, but this year
when she could,
she is so dang involved with The Mandalorian.
Right.
I'm sure she's just elbow deep in that stuff, and Disney keeps you busy. I imagine Disney's keeping her pretty dang busy, because it's not just about, okay, let's go get it filmed and leave. Well, now you got to go on promotion tours. you got to talk to people, you got to do all these different interviews and things like that. So I'm pretty sure her docket's pretty dang full.
Oh, I can't remember his name right offhand.
Zach Mclarnon.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you. And he's been here, I think, every year.
He's great, man.
And he's one of the actors are all great people. I've met all of them. They're all great people. And they're very happy to talk to the fans, and they understand that that's their bread and butter, so to speak.
Yeah.
But beyond that, they're honestly just good, decent people, and they love meeting people. But Zach has this new series now, so he wasn't able to come this year.
He's on to,
he's
busy.
That Longmire thing, he did things before, obviously, but Longmire really gave him that exposure, I guess, that he has his own series. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen his new series.
I think it's Dark Winds is but he plays a sheriff in a Navajo reservation. And there's all this weird stuff going on, and I haven't seen all of it, but it's a very interesting show. If you're a Longmire fan, go check that out.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, and when it comes to him, one thing that I really appreciate about him is his celebration of his heritage and every part that he really takes, you know. And when I got to interview him, it was an absolute pleasure because he had just been nominated for some award over Westworld, where they spoke the native language on national television, essentially, for the first time, like throughout an entire episode. And it was being celebrated and promoted, and he put a lot of work into that. So did his co-stars. But man, he was so proud of that moment, and he really had every single right to be. Fantastic performance. Fantastic performances from him in multiple movies as well. Just give him a goog, and that guy comes through every single time you put him on the screen. Mm-hmm. And we got a caller. Go ahead. You're on the Jackson Electric open line.
Good morning, Floyd. Hey, this is Keith. I was on your Dayton Days show earlier this week.
Morning, Keith.
And I, how the heck are you, buddy?
Doing good.
Good. Hey, I botched it up on our time for our time and day on our barbecue, and I don't know if that's been corrected. I just got in, so I didn't hear the early part of the show. But it's going to be Sunday at 5 p.m. at the fire hall.
Oh, at the fire hall. Okay. I was speaking with the sheriff's department.
Down in the park.
I was speaking with the sheriff's office yesterday, and I think we still had the park on there, but I thought I might have gotten the time right.
Yeah, well, what happened is the town council canceled it, and then the fire department picked it up. So, in order to keep it on track and keep the barbecue going, the fire and rescue department picked it up, and is now providing our barbecue for us at the fire hall.
Fantastic. What time is that going to happen on Sunday again?
That will be 5 p.m. on the east side of the fire hall.
Sunday, 5 p.m. East side of the fire hall. All right, Keith, thank you so much for that correction.
All right, Floyd, thanks, buddy. I'll see you there, I'm sure.
I'll be around. All right, so moving on to more about Longmire, because I had a couple questions for you, Aaron.
Sure.
What was your favorite because you've covered this as long as it's been going on.
Yeah.
So you've been to every single Longmire event.
Yep.
What was your favorite out of all those events that you've done every year? And I don't mean like, this is my favorite ride at the carnival. No, I want to know an event and a specific time. Like if you were to pick your favorite memory from Longmire Days out of all your coverage.
That's easy.
What is it?
I think it was I don't remember exactly which one it was, but it was early in the Longmire time frame, I guess. And it was when most of the actors showed up. There was Robert Taylor, Katie Sackhoff was actually there, and all of the main big characters that you remember. And it was outside. There was an autograph session at Crazy Woman Square.
Wow.
And this was back when they did it outside. And that particular, they didn't expect the people. This was the first huge year that Longmire was there. It had started to get a little big, but that particular year with all of the actors there, and with all of the people that showed up, they stayed hours extra.
Wow.
Because of the amount of people that were there to give autographs to. And they sat out there in the sun, baking,
roasting away,
as did everybody else that wanted autographs, and they filtered them through. And I was able to get back there because I was part of the media, and took pictures and got a chance to talk to, even briefly, all of the actors who were great people. And of course, I wanted to meet Katie Sackhoff for obvious reasons,
right?
Blonde and gorgeous.
But Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, she's everywhere.
And so it was neat to get around her. But all of the rest of the actors were there. They were all great, good people. They took the time, like I said, to talk to me, which was nobody, and posed for photos and did this, which they did with everyone there. I was not anything special. I was just part of the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's a good memory. And I've still got all the photos saved from that whole thing.
Absolutely.
And that was interesting. I loved that. And then every year, the softball game. Every year.
Yeah.
That was one of the most fun.
They razz each other pretty good out there, don't they? And that
did.
Makes it really fun.
Yeah, it was like, a family reunion. It really was. That was the whole atmosphere. And it wasn't just a family reunion with the actors and the players. It was with everybody that was there. They all treated everyone with love and respect.
Like
they
a
really
Longmire
did. Yeah,
family.
It was like a big, big family reunion. It was just a great time.
When Craig Johnson sat down and penned his first novel, I don't think he had any idea.
No.
That this was gonna blow up and become the sensation that it has over the last decade. I mean, people love this program.
Yeah.
People love these books.
They loved the books before it ever got to be on TV. And I'll tell you, we got to meet all of us in Buffalo because Craig started off, coming in to Buffalo and talking to the paper and the local radio station and whatnot. And he was just an author, and I was like, oh, well, Craig's come in and talk about his books. And the whole claim to fame was that he was taking inspiration from people in the community. Now, he wouldn't use their names, obviously, but if you read the books
and you knew the people,
you knew who he was or had a good idea who he was talking about. But that was kind of its claim to fame was, somebody's local is going to be in his books and blah, blah, blah. And it was nice to talk to Craig. But none of us had the idea that this was going to go international like it did.
Oh, yeah.
And it just blew up.
It really did blow up. And I mean, I've even spoke to a baroness who flew over. And she was actually in the state of Wyoming to appraise the gun collection at the Cody Buffalo Bill Museum. Her father, if I remember correctly, her father, the Baron, had the largest weapons collection in, I think, Great Britain, if not one of the largest in the absolute world. And so that's what she did, is she worked in weaponry and appraising these types of things. And so she was up there doing that, and she heard that this was taking place. Well, she jumped on a plane and got down to Buffalo as quickly as she possibly could. And she got to wander around there, and she just absolutely loved it. Here's this woman who was raised in British aristocracy. And man, she threw on her cowboy boots so fast, and she just wanted to be one of the crowd. She didn't want to be the Baroness.
Right.
She just wanted to be a Longmire fan wandering around. She wanted to kind of disappear into the crowd. She was great. She was a great interview and a very nice woman. And it was just great seeing her fall in love with the area. I got to take a quick commercial break, folks. This is the Jackson Electric Open Lines on 930 KROE and 103.9 FM. Sheridan.
Plug into Jackson Electric and feel the power. If it has anything to do with electricity, anything at all, call Jackson Electric. Commercial, residential, agricultural, it makes no difference. Call Jackson Electric. Jackson Electric does high-efficiency LED lighting and fire alarm systems installation, wiring at home, wiring a business, new electrical service, or enlarging existing service. Call Jackson Electric and you'll see the light. 1851 North Main in Sheridan.
Hello, everyone. Time for Sheridan County Fair Hourly Update, being presented in part by Heartland Kubota, Truebill Builders, McDonald's, and Blacktooth Large Animal Service. Welcome to day one of the county fair. The horse show events are going to get underway today and into the early afternoon hours. Now, this year, all of the horse events will be taking place at the Sheridan College Agri Park. So head up there to catch all of the horse show events today, as well as Saturday and Sunday. Now, all events are subject to change at a moment's notice. The Sheridan County Fair Update's been presented in part by Truebill Builders, Heartland Kubota, McDonald's, and Blacktooth Large Animal Service. Keep listening for daily updates every day during the fair, and make sure to go to our website, SheridanMedia.com. We're going to have live streaming, schedules, photo galleries, and interviews as the week progresses. More updates coming up right here on this Sheridan Media radio station and online at SheridanMedia.com. And check out the Sheridan County Fair Guide.
Having your own business can be overwhelming. Parker Mellinger can make your life easier with our payroll preparation, accounting, and tax services. Our fixed price agreement is set according to your needs and features unlimited phone calls and meetings for one monthly fee. Choose only the services you need, and we will tailor them to fit your business. Call today to see how we can provide you with cost-effective solutions. Parker Mellinger, 1811 South Sheridan Avenue, Sheridan.
Hi, I am Dr. Robert Bird. I'm running for the office of Sheridan County Coroner. As a combat veteran and a doctor of dental surgery, I've seen a lot of things. As a dental forensic consultant and an associate member of the Wyoming Coroners Association and a member of the Society of Medical Death Investigators, I want to use my years of knowledge and experience to faithfully serve as your county coroner. I appreciate your vote on August 16th.
This message paid for by Robert Bird. The owners and staff at Kane's Funeral Home would like to thank the families of Sheridan and Johnson counties for choosing Kane's and allowing them to serve you during these hard times. Kane Funeral Home makes it their mission to take the stress and uncertainty out of ceremonial services. They own and operate the only crematory in Sheridan County, so your loved one is always in their care. Kane's Funeral Home. Call 673-5837 or visit them online at canefuneral.com.
Good morning and welcome back to the Jackson Electric Open Lines. I'm Floyd Whiting here with my friend Aaron Palmer and Trevor Jackson.
Before we move on,
I
just wanted to give a plug to Longmire Days because we've been talking about it. Tickets are on sale. These are the general admission tickets. You've got to have the GA ticket before you can purchase any of the other tickets for the events. Now,
so you get the GA and an event ticket.
Right. You have to have the GA ticket, general admission, which is like $10. And then for each event that you want to participate in, as long as the tickets are available, you can purchase those there for each individual one. So that's the setup. Right now, the general admission tickets are on sale. Go to the Longmire website and you can pick those up. The tickets for the individual events are not yet available. They're still trying to get everything set up for those events. So do that. And then Longmire Days is August 19th, 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. There are events going on each of those 4 days. So that's the setup for it. So I just wanted to mention that before we move on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got a caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the Jackson Electric Open Line.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm going to go back to kind of the beginning of the show when we were talking about the concerns or the aspirations for the community. There's quite a few people that just like, just leave it alone. We're already seeing the effects of Sheridan expanding so quick. We're already way behind on getting lights in town, and we still have corroded pipes that are bringing our water around. One of the things that I wish would be asked of groups that come onto the program is where are they getting their models of what they're wanting to do? Because a lot of these models going through the World Economic Forum are being shown right now, whether it be Panama, Sri Lanka, or even the Netherlands, which is the world's second largest producer of food. And farmers don't usually protest unless there's some serious going on. They're burning manure and hay bales in the road right now. We have Spain, Germany, Poland also joining the fight there. So
what are you talking
just
about
be aware
models
that,
and asking guests where they get their model? What are you talking about there?
Well, there's the green
who,
movement.
Who have I had in here that you could ask that of?
Well, whether it be the DEQ or bringing in commissioners and these projected plans, like we need more parks. We are within a half hour of the wilderness. To say we need another green space is ludicrous. I love the parks. I love the parks here in town, and I love the pathways, but we need to rein in some of this spending and direct it to knock off the rough edges that is existing in our town and community right now.
So you don't support any more parks being put in Sheridan, is basically what you're saying.
Why do we need more parks? Like I said, we're a half an hour from being in the wilderness.
Okay, what about our senior community who can't make it up to the wilderness? What about people with small
seniors
families
have plenty
who
of
can't
pathways,
make it up into the wilderness?
even around their complexes, right outside their complexes.
I'm just asking. What are we going to do with all those folks?
They've got access to stuff.
Now, if Sheridan,
they don't have access to it,
we've got cities that haven't grown in a few years, and I don't know if you walk around a lot of Wyoming towns, but I have. And if a city or a town does not strive to grow with controls, it'll die. And I've seen small Wyoming towns fade away and practically die. And I've walked down many downtown areas where there will be one, maybe two stores, and cardboard and tape seal up the rest of those stores because those towns did not do anything to help their businesses thrive.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement that we're thriving here. So there's no need for that concern of.
So have you taken the Thrive 2035 survey then? Have you put this down on paper and given it to
I
Sheridan
go out
County
with my
Commission?
own petitions.
Say that again.
I bring awareness in. I bring awareness to a lot of people, and just having the discussion.
So you're not. So you're saying you haven't taken the survey.
There's a lot of people that aren't even aware of the 2030 agenda.
So
that we just heard Manchin is turning around, and there's going to be more funding and more taxes while we're in the middle of our recession.
You're getting off the track
here. We're changing the definition of that.
You're jumping all over the spectrum,
of vaccine.
And you're jumping all over the spectrum. So look, if you don't want to take the survey, then don't take the survey. But when everything starts moving and shaking around you because of the results of this survey, don't start jumping up and down. All right, you've been listening to the Jackson Electric Open Lines on 930 KROE and 103.9 FM. Sheridan, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Oh, you bet. It's time to go. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we've gotten down to it, my man. We've gotten down to it.
Quick.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend.